Hey guys, it's Irasema and Josh, and today we're going to go over a few concealed carry options. I primarily prefer to carry on body. I don't typically like to carry off body in a bag or anything. I think most comfortably I just stick to on body carry, and there's a couple different options. As a super athletic person, I have to always think about something that is easy to adjust, pretty lightweight, and can kind of withstand movement, sweating, all that kind of stuff. And so my two go-to options right now that I have found really work for me are both the Comfort Concealment belt and the Leisure Carry clip-on belt. So I'll kind of go over why I like these, and then we'll talk about my one go-to off-body option, which Josh is sporting today. So with the Comfort Concealment belt, this is a soft belt, which makes it super flexible, and I can actually loop this through pants if I'm wearing something with belt loops, or if I'm wearing athletic clothing, then this just goes directly on my body. And the great thing that I like about this is it actually has this silicone branding on it that you can actually put inside out so that that is against the skin and minimizes rubbing, or when you're drawing, it really reduces the amount of movement that you'll get on the belt with the draw. The other thing I really like is the thickness of it. It really does fit a lot of clip-on options to really make it modular. So you can see that I have a knife option here and an extra magazine just to kind of showcase the ease of doing and modifying this to really sport whatever wear that you want, whatever tools that you need. But this is a go-to option for me. I've done entire workouts in this, weightlifting workouts, and it's been incredibly comfortable for me. Another option that I really like is always having these extra mag carriers. You can never be too prepared in any situation, so being able to clip these on easily is great. GRITR has the 45 single stack, double stack. We have a universal one, and all of the retention is adjustable on these, which is great. And these clips are super durable and sturdy and also help with minimizing movement on the draw. The other option, which is actually what I mostly wear every single day, is going to be the Leisure Carry option. And so I have this set up with ulti clips. You can actually change these clips out quite easily. This is a heat molded setup. So you can actually just warm this up with some warm water in the microwave, and then actually put it against your body so that actually can go against the curves of the body, which as a female or as someone who's a little bit more athletic, I think that these type of options are less forgiving sometimes. So being able to mold this specifically to the body is a great option. The ulti clips are great, and they do come with this leather backing to make it super comfortable. And you also have two options on making this adjusted for width. So if you have thicker hands or whatever and need a little bit more retail space to kind of work through the grip, then you can actually move those out. You can actually cut it down to make it shorter, super versatile. And again, very rugged, very durable, holds up with me in movement. And the best thing is that I can actually just clip this on to my leggings and go for runs, do entire workouts with this. And it holds up pretty well, especially because as a much more petite person, this really does cover the width of my body. So I never feel like it's a little too small on the draw or anything. And then the last option, which is typically the only off-body carry option that I'll do, and this is if I'm doing something a little bit more active or just really need to be able to store away quickly, take it on and off easily, this is my option. And so it does have a nice pull tab. The one thing I really like about this option more than like a lot of the other carriers I've seen is that there's a lot of space. So I think that when I'm looking at something that's off body, I want to be able to fit my phone comfortably, my keys comfortably. If I'm taking my dogs for a walk, I want to make sure that I have their treats or, you know, poop bags, whatever I need in there. And there's actually a lot of room on this for that. Then the other thing that I like is that it already comes with a Velcro panel inserted. So if I were to get something like our GRITR Velcro panels, I can easily modify that to whatever setup I want. I can add extra mags, change out the holster quite easily. And then as you can see, we actually have these two bags inside, so there's more storage in there too. And then if we turn around, Josh, we also have a nice little pocket back here, so you can store extra stuff back there, whether it's water, some snacks, some gummy bears, keep you moving. But these are the options that I think have worked the best for me. Typically these I'll carry wherever I'm going, regardless of the situation. Doesn't really matter attire-wise what I'm doing, because both of them can be applied to belt loops, without belt loops, whatever I need. This one would be in a situation where I really just can't be too concerned about printing or anything like that. Any comments, Josh? How did you like this?
This is actually super comfy. I could see myself wearing this on a hike, on trail run, bike ride, even horseback riding, something like that, and I'm not concerned that this thing is going anywhere. It's actually really snug inside the bag. Got extra space, like I said, for your phone, car keys, snacks if I wanted to. I actually am really kind of digging this.
Right? Yeah. So the biggest thing with, I think, any type of concealed carry, obviously, is practice with what you're carrying. That is the biggest thing, right? Like, we can always find something that's comfortable, but if it is not actually practical when we're carrying, then that kind of defeats the purpose. So with something like this, especially because it's a little bit higher body, I think you have to be more conscious on the draw, flagging yourself, right? So being super conscious on the draw, that we're drawing straight up and not off to a rainbow and flagging ourselves. But something like this is going to be a little bit more standard, as if you were doing an OWB, IWB typical setup. So I don't think that there's so much to worry there, unless you're adding multiple pieces to one thing, which would be, again, an extra mag carrier plus a knife and then your firearm or whatever. But the biggest thing is always practice with how you carry until you're comfortable with it.
Sweet. I have heard about the leisure carry before, have not tried it out yet. How do you feel as far as when you are drawing? Does the gun move around a whole lot in the holster, or does it stay pretty secure?
I think that it stays pretty secure. And then the greatest thing is, like I said, it's heat molded, so you can actually cut it down. So I know that there are some clips that are a little bit thinner. So, you know, you can always kind of figure that out yourself or add some backing to it. I have not had any issues. It feels incredibly stable on the draw, and this is, you know, practice draws in athletic clothing, so something that doesn't exactly have a lot of sturdiness to it, and it's always worked quite well for me.
Sweet. Well, guys, there you go. Some concealed carry options, especially for the ladies, which I appreciate. I would definitely recommend these to any one of my friends, any one of the girls I know that go on long runs, long hikes, just going to the grocery store, stuff like that. I think this would be good as far as on body, which I prefer anyway. So,
all right, guys, if you have any more questions or comments on stuff you want us to try or talk about, let us know in the comments, and don't forget to visit us here at North Richland Hills GRITR.
And make sure you guys are following us on all of our socials, YouTube, Instagram. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you have any more questions for Irasema or for one of us. And like she said, come visit us at our store. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.